Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today's video is about the ways that waist training is really harmful and why waist training is ruining your life. Why you should never waist train, or you shouldn't buy that. Why you shouldn't waist train, why you shouldn't bother, and can reasons why it's posing a real threat to your health. Guys, I really have to remember to breathe. So I wrote down 5 reasons in my notebook, and that is where I'm going to be reading from. I wrote down 5 reasons in my notebook, and I'm going to be reading from there so that. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking down on my notebook. I'm sorry for any noise that you can hear. I can't really control what's happening around me, so I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, so how did weight training start? Weight training started in 1637, I think. No, the wife of King Henry II, she banned thick waist. I mean, first of all, what exactly is banning thick waist? That's like banning two eyes or banning two kidneys. Like, you can't just ban a part of a person's body, but that was what it was. And then it made women to go to extreme length in an attempt to achieve that ideal small waist, and that was how corset training, or what we know today as waist training, came into action. So we're going to jump right into the first point, which is the mechanical restriction of the lungs, leading to hypoxia and ineffective weight loss. So this is 2 points in one. First of all, is you have to realize that when you're waist training, you're practically restricting your thorax and your abdomen. And for those of you who don't know, your thorax is where your lungs are located, and when it's like a hollow room, and when the lungs don't have enough space to expand and contract, there is an inefficient exchange of oxygen between the atmosphere and our blood, and we can't deliver enough oxygen to our tissues that need oxygen to thrive. It's like depriving those tissues of the fuel that they need to thrive. And this ties into my second point, which is the ineffective weight loss. So what most people don't understand about weight loss is that it's an aerobic process. So you're oxidizing fat, you're burning up fat, and a key part of oxidization is oxygen. So you do need to have enough oxygen to burn enough fat. So that being said, you want to make sure that when you're exercising, you have enough oxygen so you can burn as much fat as efficiently as you can. And when we are restricting ourselves by waist training, we are restricting our lungs' ability to expand as much as possible and provide all the oxygen that we need. And by not providing exactly, or by not providing the amount of oxygen that we need, there is then an inefficient oxidization of the fat. Yeah, there's then an inefficient oxidization process of the fat, and that's why it can make your exercise ineffective or not as effective as it would have been if you were breathing in properly. So the third point is the third point is the mechanical injury due to the repositioning of ribs and internal organs. Now, for those of us who don't know, our abdomen is actually filled with organs that we need to live and survive. Things like our kidneys, our liver, our stomach, our bowel, our gallbladder, our pancreas, different things. And it's not just the abdomen is not just a vacuum, so you can't just expect to put on a belt and everything will go inside. Like, go to where? First of all, it's just not going to disappear. So when you're constricting your stomach in that way, you're also causing your internal organs to squeeze together into positions that might not be the ideal for you to function, or might not be the ideal for your genetic makeup. I understand that some people have naturally smaller waists, but also understand that these people are genetically predisposed to these smaller waists. Therefore, their organs and systems are arranged in that manner. So for someone who is, example, apple shaped, you're going to have much more difficulty waist training and also more adverse effects waist training than, say, for someone who is a pear shaped. So for because of the squeezing, there's also mechanical injury. They can also be sharing, and even there has been reported cases of broken bones. That's the floating ribs, broken floating ribs. So at this point, I don't really think it's worth it. So I don't know. I don't know. So another point that we want to consider is atrophy of the abdominal muscles. So the abdominal muscles are the muscles that are in the front of our abdomen, and they are the muscles that help us to stand and sit upright and also do some lifting sometimes. So the thing about any muscle that you use often is that the muscle is going to hypertrophy, and by that I mean become stronger and bigger, and any muscles that you don't use become smaller and less effective in doing mechanical work. I know this sounds kind of technical, but it's not really technical. Any muscle that you don't use becomes just generally less effective. What happens when we are waist training is that we are causing atrophy of the abdominal muscles, that we are causing it to become smaller and less effective in doing its work. You might not notice the effects now. Later down the line, in things like pregnancy, the abdominal muscles are so important because when during pregnancy, the abdominal muscles stretch out, and after pregnancy, if you're someone that has a really strong core, it's easier for the abdominal muscles to just snap back into place. And that's why you see women who are hardcore into exercise, after giving birth, their stomach just goes, or their belly just goes back to how it used to be, and that's because of their really strong core. So what happens when you waist train for hours and hours and days and months at a time is that your abdominal muscles begin to atrophy, and it's no longer able to snap back the way that of somebody who has a really strong and toned core will be able to do. That can just lead to a lot of problems. It can lead to excessively sagging skin, and it can also lead to pain, especially in the lower back, because I know a lot of people who waist train experience pain, especially in their lower back. That's also as a result of this atrophy. So my next point is talking about how unsustainable the results of waist training are or can be. I don't know if anybody here knows of anybody who has waist trained for 2 or 3 days, or or 2 or 3 weeks, and the person never had to waist train again. By the way, if you found this video helpful, then please give me a huge thumbs up. So I don't know if you know anybody like that, and I personally don't, and I can bet that nobody out there knows anybody who has waist trained for like 3 months and never had to do it again. And the reason is that the results from waist training are highly, highly unsustainable. I mean, think about this. It's like you're squeezing your abdomen together. So when you unsqueeze it, it will naturally unsqueeze. If you just unsqueeze, it's just unravel. The thing is that the results of waist training are highly, highly unstable and unsustainable, and you have to waist train for years and years and years to attain results that are even semi-permanent. And I don't know of anybody who wants to have to wear a waist trainer for 18 years in order to get such results. I think that's practical or sustainable or even healthy for your life. Some people will say, oh, but whenever I use it, I see some immediate change. I even know of some accounts on Instagram that will showcase people exercising with waist trainers. You remove the waist trainer, they automatically have like this snatched waist. And I just want to tell you two things. The first thing is surgery. The first thing is surgery, and then the second thing I want to say is that while it may seem like there's an apparent why it may seem like there's an apparent change in width of our waist when we just take off a waist trainer is because of dehydration. Our bodies are incredibly elastic and are incredibly adaptive. So what happens when you restrict the abdomen is that the water leaches out of the skin, and when the water leaches out of the skin, it then gives an illusion that the skin around it is essentially thinner than it actually is, and that now gives an illusion of a smaller waist when actually the skin around the waist is dehydrated. And that's also why when you remove the waist trainer, after a few hours you see your waist go back to how it was before. because what happened is that the water just leached out of the waist, and when you remove the waist trainer, all the water just came back into the skin. So guys, let me know if you want to see a sequel to this video. I have a lot of other things, a lot of other popular trends that are just harming women left, right and center, but because it's commercially viable for companies, they keep on peddling these ideas and notions to women. So let me know if you want to see a follow-up to this video or this series, something like that, to this video. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.